can close the eyes or just gaze down if you like. Just relax the shoulders up, back, and down, that nice straight spine. And coming into the breath. Slowing it down. And if you'd like to take it a little deeper, think about the three-part breath. So you're inhaling and you fill up the belly. Think of expanding the ribs to the side and bring the breath over the heart all the way up into the collarbones. And then exhale, collarbones, ribs, and belly. And take it at your pace, in and out the nose. So even though you just woke up, we're going to slow down the nervous system here so we can really be prepared. And while you continue to breathe, even though I told a little story, I'm going to read from this book, The Yamas and the Niyamas again. And we've been talking about Ashteya, which is non-stealing, or just basically living with integrity. But we talked about not stealing from others, not stealing from the earth, and the future, I think. And now, today I'm going to read, oh wait, did I read that to you already? I can't remember. Not stealing from ourselves. Not only do we steal from others, the earth, and the future. I don't know, did I read this already? I'm going to read it again, doesn't matter. In all the ways that we impose an outside image of ourselves onto ourselves, we are stealing from the unfolding of our own uniqueness. All demands and expectations that we place on ourselves steal from our own enthusiasm. All self-sabotage, lack of belief in ourselves, low self-esteem, judgments, criticisms, and demands for perfection are forms of self-abuse in which we destroy the very essence of our vitality. All the ways we live in the past or future steal from ourselves, and all the ways we put up fences, whether real or imagined, around our physical belongings or around our mental idealisms. We put up barriers that steal from the full expansion of our own lives. We are captured in a culture where our very identity is tied up with our accomplishments. We wear all we have to do like a badge on our shirt for all to see. In this rush to get to the next thing, we have left no time for ourselves to digest and assimilate our lives. This may be our biggest theft of all. We need time to catch up with ourselves. We need time to chew and ponder and allow experiences of life to integrate within us. We need time to rest and to reflect and to contemplate. I experienced the truth of this need a few years ago when I was on the fast track. After 3 years at a grueling pace, I woke up one morning to realize I no longer had access to the experience of my life. It was one of the strangest feelings I've ever had. I have no other words to describe the feeling except to say that I no longer could remember any experiences of where I had been or what I had done. It was just too much for my system. I was on overload and my system shut down. It just quit. I had taken no time in those 3 years for even the semblance of reflection or integration. It was just on to the next thing, full speed ahead. Because I had not taken time to pause and allow my experiences to become part of me, I did not get to keep the experiences. They were gone. I had stolen this part of my life from myself. I may have read that before, but this is the kind of book you go back to over and over, and I've read it so many times just for my own self-reflection, but don't take away from yourself. So opening the eyes, we'll just drop the hands and roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And really kind of exaggerate the movement, or just take it nice and slow, and especially early in the morning, you might feel some crunchy noises. As long as they don't hurt, I think they're all good. Squeezing the shoulder blades, and then reverse it. So squeeze the shoulder blades, roll the shoulders up, and just round forward. Just take it however you like. And take one more. And then just place the hands, and let's just do a little bit of neck work. So I'm reading the energy medicine that Candace and I have been talking about, and I get a lot of headaches in lately. It's been, I think, from the weather. So I'm going to just show you something that's kind of a nice way to try to get rid of a headache without taking any medicine. It's also a great stretch. So if you don't have a headache, you probably need a stretch. So you're just going to drop the head to the right and take the hand and press it against, I got the earbuds on here, press it against your head. So you're actively pressing the head into the hands and the hand into the head. So it's a pretty deep stretch, and then you're just hopefully feeling a stretch on the left side. So instead of how we press this way, it's almost, to me, it makes me think of an isometric, but the harder you press the head in, then that muscle, you should feel that on the left side. It was kind of a different stretch. I usually think of pulling the head to the side, and this is like pressing it. And then slowly press up, and then we just switch sides. So over to the left, and the left hand holds the head, and just pressing. So we're all actually in different climates. We have Texas and Arizona, which are probably drier. And then out here, this way, we've got humidity. I don't know which is worse. But really pressing and feel that stretch. So next time you have a headache, give it a try, see if it works. And then press up. Beauty of it, there's no side effect. You won't take a pill and then get a stomach ache after your head leaves you. So drop the chin to the chest this time. Keep the shoulders back. And just feel the very top of the spine where the head attaches. And on your next inhale, lift the chin, not dropping the head, just kind of looking up, and either jut the lower teeth forward or open and close the mouth. Either way, stretching all the neck muscles. Do that a couple times. And then bring the head back to center. And just look to the right. Keep everything stable except the head turns. Don't let the shoulders follow. If you like that eye yoga, look further with the eyes. And slowly come back to center. And the same thing to the left, turning to the left. Looking further with the eyes. And then back to center. And then we'll do our tapping. I have my glasses on, so I'm going to take my glasses off. So I think all of you have done this. So you're just tapping the orbital bone or pressing into it. And sometimes with the sinus, I find that pressing feels good. So just take the way that you can be pretty rigorous about it, but just tapping. So Christy had a coffee mug with a yogi, and it said caffeination pose. So remember Candace said when you're doing your Keurig, you can fill up your coffee with while you're doing this, getting ready for caffeination pose. And then if you remember the collarbones, find those little notches and then just drop it down and tap there. It seems, I'm reading more and more about this, and Candace and I have shared a lot, and actually I was waiting for my phone. I went to the bookstore, and guess what? They had Donna Eden's 10th anniversary book, The Energy Medicine, and so that was pretty exciting. And a lot of it just seems like, how in the world does this connect with another part of my body? And it does. And it's just kind of like, it's kind of like magic. But I don't like taking medicine, and I want to feel good, and I'm getting older and all those things. And this isn't hurting me. I may look funny, but I don't care. All right, and then that sternum area, I call it the Tarzan. Ooh. So just pounding. You can use gentle fist if you want. Sometimes I wonder what Joe thinks of if he hears me down here. And this is like such an easy thing to do. And then take your scarecrow arms and your thumbs right in. And you can use your thumbs, or you can use, I call it the bird beak if you want, or just pressing if that feels better. So just finding the way that works best for you. I don't know why this feels so good. And if you want, you can go right, kind of right in the middle. At Ginger Blossoms, Candace was doing this, and I said, right under the bra line. And she said, especially you, Will. We had a man there. I was like, whoops. You know what I mean. You can even go all the way towards the top of the ribs in the center. And then just let the hands fall. And just notice if you feel anything. I'm not going to tell you what you're going to feel. What do you feel? Kind of cool. And then I'm going to throw in the Thai hand massage. So it's just the fingertips. Same thing, energy points. So the fingertips are the eyes and the nose. So you sit at your desk and do this. Nobody's going to wonder. And it feels kind of nice. If you know any reflexology, it's not only the feet, it's the hands too. And then take the fingernails and just rub them. So even the thumbs, just rub the fingernails. If you have a beautiful manicure, sorry. I won't get on my high horse, but I stopped doing manicures and pedicures. My bank account's happy about it, but I realized it's a pretty toxic environment, so I'm not doing that anymore. And it's so much simpler. I don't have to worry about peeling my nails off, all that kind of stuff. Sorry, Sally. And then again, let's just put the palms up and just notice and feel. Take a few breaths. And then we'll place the hands on the knees. Take a couple cat-cows here. So if you need to adjust your feet. So on the inhale, you're pressing the chest through, looking up. On the exhale, you're rounding. Scoop out the belly. Let the shoulders fall, the chin fall. Really round out the spine. And again, at your pace. The inhale lifts you, and the exhale rounds. One last one. We'll meet at center. And now we're going to do something just to make you a little more aware of your breath. So we're going to do the cat-cow again, but the inhale is going to be the round, and the exhale is the lift. Kind of opposite. And just see how that feels if you notice any differences. It's hard for me to do just because it seems automatic the other way, because I've been doing that way. But sometimes it just makes you aware. There's no right or wrong. The next time you do cat-cow, you can see if there's one way that feels better. Finish the last one. We'll come back to neutral spine. And then we're just going to drop our hands, or you can hang onto the chair and just do that side to side. So you're trying to kind of isolate the waist. So the legs aren't moving, the hips aren't moving, just the core here. So you'll feel it engage. And if you already had a coffee, you might feel that sloshing around. And now keep doing it, but this time go ahead and lift up each butt cheek as you go, and just notice the different feelings that it creates to lift. And then we'll finish the last one. And then we're going to take our fingertips to the tops of the shoulders, having the elbows the height of the shoulders, and then inhale left, exhale right, and take it, start slow with your breath, and if it's possible for you, see if you can speed it up a little bit. And that kind of helps with that energy. If that feels, for me, it feels wonderful on my back. If it does not feel good, then don't do it or slow down. Just make sure you keep breathing, and that if you're going fast, of course, your breath is quicker. Really good for the waist. This is one of those Kundalini moves. And it's also, you're trying to keep the lower body stable. A couple more. And then again, lower the hands to the tops of the thighs. Just feel that energy. Take it in, waking our bodies up. And then, if you have blocks next to you, you might want to take your feet to the floor. So we're going to take the feet wide, toes out, heels in, still sitting on the edge of the chair, still nice and tall. And we're going to take those hip circles. So just left, center, right, and back. And see how big you can make the circle, or make it really small. And just notice how changing the movement just a little bit changes the how it feels in your body. And then when you're upright, just reverse the direction. We're kind of getting into the hip crease a little bit here, a little bit of core to lift. And finish your last one. We'll come upright, and then we'll heel toe the feet back to about hip width, about 2 fist width. Still sitting on the edge of the chair, nice and tall. Do a little bit of arm work here. So we're going to take the arms parallel, palms facing out, and just gentle pulses. And if it's too hard to have it shoulder height, you can always take it lower, but aim for here if you can. Just pulsing forward. Reminds me of what do they call it, calisthenics when we were younger, and I'm old enough, Pam. Maybe Christy's not. And we had to do arm circles forever and ever. Oh, Pam's not there. She must have gotten a call. Okay, then turn the palms back, and the same thing, press back. So just isolate the arms if you can. And then turn the palms up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. Candace is at the ocean, so she's reaching for the sky. And press up. And then palms to the floor or the sand. and pulse down. Candace, it's like an invisibility cloak from Harry Potter. With the background, you keep disappearing. It's okay, it's fun. All right, just drop the arms. Just let them hang by your sides. Notice, feel. Aw. All right, turn the palms up. Inhaling up. Touch the palms, reach, turn the palms out. Exhale, hands to the hips. So just up and down a couple of times. Inhaling up. Use the breath to move you. Exhaling down. You don't have to go my pace. Inhaling. And now we're going to try one more thing, and you decide. You can also go forward and up if that's better for you. But what we're going to do is try to go a little quicker. See if you can go a little quicker. That's going to create that energy all around you. Never mind a little bit of arm and shoulder work. Take one more, and then just take the hands on top of the thighs again. Notice, feel. Pam's back. All right, heel toe the feet. If you're on a mat, they're about the width of your mat, but just a little bit wider than your hips. So we're gonna do the sun salutations, and you can always do the sun salutations with the feet forward. It's just you have that compression on the chest, which actually feels quite nice, but this gives you more space to bend forward. And remember, you can always take your block and bring the floor to you if you feel the need, or if you can reach the floor, then you reach for the floor. So nice and tall, drop the hands. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So option 2, just fold forward or grab the knees if that feels safer for you. Fold all the way forward, fingertips to the floor or the block or book. Drop the head, round over. And on the half lift, you can have hands on the knees or just fingertips, flat back. Pull your abs up and in. So this is not just quick lift. Hold this pose. Roll the shoulders, just looking straight down. And then exhale, forward fold. And this time we all take our hands to the knees to come up halfway. So that same thing, pull the abs up and in. Press into the feet. Don't use the hands to come up if you can. And use the core and the pressing into the feet to lift you. So I'm not really using my hands, but they're there if I need them. And then inhaling up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath. And then lower the hands. And we'll do that again. Inhaling up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Fold forward your way. Inhale for that half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to the knees, half lift. Press into the feet to lift. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath. And we're going to add on. Lower the hands. Inhaling up. And if you like that swan dive, you can take the swan dive and reach out only if you're comfortable and your chair is steady. All the way forward. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Take the hands to the knees, half lift. Press all the way up. Keep the hands on the knees this time till you come all the way up. And then left shoulder to the center and press it down. So this is the beauty of yoga and using your own body. You decide how deep you need to go. And then inhaling up and take it to the other side. So center, right shoulder to the center and down. So you should feel this on the left side, or sorry, the right side of the spine and all the way down, maybe into the leg. Pressing up. And now we drop the hands, inhaling up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a moment. And then lower the hands. This time, lower the hands inside the thighs. Just another option for lifting. And I try to keep this in mind because some of us have shoulder issues. But it also feels a little bit different. So we're going to inhale the arms forward. And then you can take prayer to lower or see if you can reach out. So when you're reaching out, you press into your feet. Use your core to lower you so that you don't hurt the back. And you can always take hands to prayer and lower also. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then if you can, reach the arms out in front of you. Press in to the feet to lift. And notice how different it feels. And just bring the hands to prayer. And then we're going to take that stretch again with a couple options. So leaning the left shoulder forward. And this time, if you'd like, you can look over the right shoulder to deepen it. And see, maybe on the inhale, lift a little bit. On the exhale, sink a little bit deeper. And then inhale, coming all the way up, very slowly. Same thing with the right. So this time, right shoulder to the center. And then if you wish, turn the head to the left. Maybe sink a little deeper. Or maybe back off. Maybe this is too much. And then inhale, coming up. We'll lower the hands, inhaling up. And exhale to the heart. Take a moment, maybe even close the eyes or gaze down. Notice and feel. And then we're going to take one more. So you have the option to take the arms forward, take the arms sideways, whichever way you wish. So inhaling, arms up your way. Exhale, forward fold your way. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. So here's another option. We're going to stay down on the mat, and you can use a block or your cookbook. Take the hand to right under the face, either palm or fingertips. You can TP the fingertips. Take the right hand to the right knee and look over the right shoulder. So this takes it a little deeper. And if you don't like this, take what we did before. The other option is to take the arm overhead. Or maybe hang on to the shoulder and just roll the shoulder out. Here, we're going to take the right forearm and put it on the right thigh, and then lift ourselves up and take the left hand to the left hip. And then you're going to look over the left shoulder. So we're just kind of doing another side. If you wish, arms straight up or over the head if that feels good. Pretty deep stretch. Make sure you're nice and open in the heart and the chest. Maybe look at the hand or the arm. And then on your inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to the heart. I think I'm working us harder than I intended, but here we are. It's what came. All right, we're gonna do the other side. So take the lift as you wish. Inhale the arms up. Fold forward. Inhale for that half lift. Exhale, forward fold, and this time the right hand's right under the face. I'm going to use the block this time just to show you. Gives you a little bit more lift. Take the left hand to the knee and look over the left shoulder. So a deeper twist. If you wish, you can take your fingertips to the shoulder to open up out to the side more, or you can take the arms straight. All options are good. And breathe. And on your next exhale, you're going to take the left forearm to the left thigh, right hand to the right hip crease, and open out to the right this time. Looking over the right shoulder. Stay there. Hand, fingertips to the shoulder. Hand, arms straight up or over the head. And then use your core to lift you to come all the way up. Inhale the arms up. Hands to the heart. Heel toe, the feet back to hip width apart. Maybe close the eyes. Take a moment to receive, just to integrate that into your body. And then lower the hands. We're gonna stand up for a little bit. I feel like we've been sitting a lot. So standing up, maybe shaking everything out. Take the chair and take it to the right side of your hip. Just so that you have something to balance on. And you can play with the balance, but the chair is there for your safety. So first, find the four corners of the feet. So under the ball of the foot, behind the pinky, and then each side of the heel. And you can have the chair there, but just rock forward and then walk back on your heels. Lift the toes. See if you can place one toe. Start with your pinky, one toe down at a time. It's my new goal in life. And then come forward, and this time raise up on the toes. See if you can try not to let the feet kind of sway out or sway in. See if you can have it all nice and balanced. And that's going to engage the calves. Maybe play with your balance a little bit. Look, Mom, no hands. Options. And then lower the heels down. And then pick the toes up again. And if you're one of those people that's had foot surgery, you know what to do for you, so don't do this if this is not good for you. We're up on the toes again. And then lower down, and then maybe just gave the feet a nice shake, and then the leg a nice shake. And then the other foot, just the foot first, and then the whole leg. Okay. I just lost my train of thought. I had something I was going to do. Oh, all right. We're going to just work, and I'll turn to the side just so you can see, but we're just going to work on stretching the quads. A couple people have mentioned that they're really tight on the quads. So if you can just reach for the foot or the ankle and pull it together. If you can't, you take your strap around your foot, and then you use that leverage to pull the foot up. So you'll notice I have a tendency to arch my back, so I want to try to keep my knees in alignment, my shoulders over my hips, and standing up tall. My tendency is to do this, so I have to really work hard to do that. So whichever way you're doing it, you can grab foot, ankle, use your strap, and then see how your balance is. See how that standing leg is. So a lot of times we don't break down, some of you know King Dancer, but we don't break down this part because the pose is so pretty. We just want to get to it. So the standing leg, the tendency is to kind of soften or let the hip jut out. So really stand up tall on that leg. And again, play with your balance. How does your balance? So this might be an incredible stretch on the top of the left thigh. And to be quite honest, for me, I don't feel anything. So that's why sometimes it makes people helping me be aware of how we all have different places that we have our flexibility or strength. So if you're one of the people that feels like you need a little more, I want you to try to keep your shoulders upright and press your foot against the hand. This is only if you need more. So your back is going to arch a little bit, but try to press the foot against the hand and then tell me you don't feel it. So it's, again, that's the beauty of yoga. You use your, ooh, Christy, nice, your own body for leverage and weight and balance. So the tendency for us is to always want to like lean forward, and then actually the stretch isn't as deep. So the idea is just to stretch, and that'll make other, not only yoga poses, but just other just life movements more accessible and easier for you. Okay, if you've had enough of that fun, just face your chair, lower leg, face your chair, walk your hands back, or your feet back, sorry, for a down dog. So this time we're on the top of the chair instead of on the seat of the chair. And it's kind of like doing a wall down dog. So press the hips back. See if you can get the head and neck to drop through the shoulders. Still engaged abs. Keep the knees soft or even bent. Wonderful stretch for your shoulders. If the legs start to straighten, then you have a huge stretch in the back of the legs. Okay, walk your feet back, and then we'll just switch the chair. The side, this time it's on your left side. Everybody's okay? All right, so same thing, strap or hand, and each leg might be different. So grab that foot or ankle or strap. See if you can bring the knees together. See if you can kind of tilt the even think of almost tilting the hips a little bit forward. Now this leg, I feel it more than I did on the other one. So try to imagine that you can send the breath to wherever that muscle is feeling tight. You can also play with the balance. And then if you like, you can press the foot into the hand. Try to keep the body upright. The tendency is to do this, and then that kind of compromises the pose. What we're trying to do is stretch, and this is huge on the back too, if you're pressing. Try to keep the hips forward, or the shoulders forward. How's everybody doing? And you'll notice you have one side that feels right and feels easy, and one side not so much. Normal. And then when you're done with that, lower the leg, maybe shake everything out, and then we'll go into that down dog pose again. So just walk the feet back, drop the head, really just a whole body stretch. You can even bend one knee and the other, kind of like the pedaling out. If you want to see how that feels, and maybe that'll help you get one leg down and really stretch the back of the straight leg, or maybe taking both legs straight, sinking deeper. And then when you're ready, walk yourself back up. Take your time, come up really slowly. Head is the last to come up, and then just roll the shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. Just find your mountain pose. Palms out, feet are hip width apart. You have your chair there, but see if you can close your eyes in mountain pose, especially after doing some work. Or just softly gazing down. But when you close the eyes, that you tend to go within. You kind of take out all the stimuli around you, the visual stimuli, and you can just focus on your breath. So see if in this pose you can slow down the breath again. And then just relax everything. Come back to your chair. So we're gonna drape our legs. We're going into a twist. So we're gonna drape our legs over the left side of the chair, still sitting up tall. Excuse me. Inhale the right arm. And then just turn to look back and take the right arm to the right side of the chair, the left arm to the left side of the chair. Face your head forward. So here I want you to think of inhaling and lifting, long spine long. And then on your exhale, you twist. And again, it's your body. You decide how much you need. There's no end point here. There's no like perfect pose. It's just, it should feel good. It's kind of like a flushing out of the system in a way. If you need more leverage, you pull with the right hand and push with the left, only if you need more. And you can turn the head to look over the left shoulder. And again, you can even look further with the eyes. And notice how the breath feels a little different when your body's in a twisted position. And then on your next exhale, just slowly unwind yourself. Stay there for a moment and breathe. And then slowly walk yourself over to the right side of your chair. Just take your time. Same thing here. So sitting up nice and tall. Inhale the left arm this time. So find that length first and then twist to catch the back of the chair. Head still forward. Take another inhale and lift. On your exhale, twist. And it's the same thing on this side. As much or little as you need. Keep breathing. Look further with the eyes if you wish. And then slowly unwind yourself. Take a moment here to receive. And then walk yourself back to center. Now my chair is really small, but if you can, and another option is just to take your feet on a block, maybe at the highest point. It's kind of hard on with that, but what we're trying to do is give ourselves a little hug. So maybe you can't bring the knees all the way into the chest. If you can bring your feet on the chair. Again, like I said, mine is really small, but we're just making ourselves small. Give yourself a hug. You can do it this way. You can do it with your feet on the blocks. And you can even fold over if you're on the blocks. Just give yourself a nice big hug. And then whenever you're ready, we are going to prepare for Shavasana. So remembering the options, of course, you can stay on the chair. I like the bottoms of the feet together just because it kind of lets you just let the legs flop out and be relaxed. If you like to be on the floor, legs up on the chair, that's an option. And the other option is to kind of sit like a middle schooler sits in their chair, and then place your forearms and just round. That's another option if that's feels good to you. So just pick the pose that you like, that you can be still in. And relax, find some stillness. Let go of any working breath, just work on being still. All you have to do is let go, be still, relax. If you're on the floor, your hands are alongside the body. If you're on the chair, maybe on the thighs, or one hand in the other, wherever you like. It's your choice. Close the eyes and let go. Let go of any judgment, self-judgment. Remember Ashteya, be kind to yourself. Let go of thinking about the breath. Even let go of how you did a pose, or what poses we did. Let go of everything. Just be still for the next few moments. And I'll bring you back with the sound of the bell. So keeping the eyes closed, whichever position you're in, just start to bring some movement back into the body. You can move the head side to side. Just bringing movement, touching each fingertip to your thumb. Maybe saying, Ashteya, non-stealing, be kind. Whatever. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrist, and the toes and the ankles as well. And then gently bring yourself, if you're on the floor, to a seated position. And we're all going to come to the edge of our chair again. More upright position. Or sitting on the floor is fine too. You can do that. And drop the hands to the side. On your next inhale, think of lifting the arms and gathering in whatever you need, whatever positive energies or health or whatever you need. Gather it in, bring it to the palms and down to the heart. Let it settle there. Do thank you all for being here, indulging me a little bit with my family situation. And as always, I wish each of you health, happiness, and peace. Namaste.